next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
The HR issue. Okay. I think the HR issue and the governance issues are quite connected. What I think it's quite normal that we should all worry about, how strong the team is. Very much depends on you, Kosal, and now you are pregnant, so you will have 3 children. Okay.
Yeah.
So to make an organization strong, we should try to see how to make it, stronger with you, how MIT can develop further. I was actually quite impressed and very happy to see MIT leading the team in Vietnam. I think he did a very good job. And yeah, so that's a very good progress. I don't know about other people in the team, how much, training, how much exposure we can think of. I think attending meetings with other NGOs is very useful. Visit other NGOs and attend meetings with other NGOs and discuss and see what they are doing better than we do, what we can learn. And see, I think there is always, I'm one of the oldest people, and at every meeting I learn something new. So I think it's important that we try to do this effort and that you travel maybe more to other NGOs and not stay always in Rumdol. So I don't know if you want to comment on this now. The other point is the governance. Today, far too much depends on me or Mekong Plus. If I disappear, I went very, very much that CAO should not be affected, that CAO would be able to function normally. And we are very happy that we have a very qualified people on the board, like Nikolai, Sokhen, Bunham, people with a huge experience. So how can we make sure that we meet, and now with Zoom, we can also probably meet quite easily. We have, that's one of the benefits of the COVID epidemic, that we have all learned to work online more. So, just maybe we can decide if we can meet every quarter, for example. I think this would be very good. It will have implications for the funding. The funders will like to see CAO to be more than just Kosal's organization, or just because Bernard or so and so are talking. Right. So these are my few ideas. I don't know, everyone, what do you think?
I'll jump in and maybe others can follow then also. I think it's a great idea to meet more often. 2 months is, you said quarterly, yeah, quarterly or every 2 months. I'm happy to do every 2 months if that's helpful. I think it's a good idea, yeah, that develops more of a regular governance structure. For me, it's the first time really I'm on one of those meetings and calls, and I'm happy to dedicate a bit more time to that. So let's do it. I would say I think it's a good idea. Some of us can also meet up in person from time to time if that's helpful. Otherwise, Zoom works very well these days. That's true.
So it means that our meeting we can organize every 3 months, or and everyone is okay with that, because I'm sorry that after last time we meet for the visual visit, and now it takes so long time that we cannot organize a meeting again.
No problem. I think every 2 months is fine. And, these meetings do not need to last for many hours. It can be, if we meet every 2 hours, maybe just one hour will be enough. In Mekong Plus, we have 1 hour meeting every 2 months, and it's perfect. And the meetings are prepared, with just a 1-page short report, so that all the board members come to the meeting with some ideas of the progress of the issues, and that's all. Fine, perfect.
Just
Well-
like the maybe next 2 months I cannot join.
Well, we can join online, Kosal. Well, so what is I think.
I will delivery in September, so in count is next 2 months.
Okay. Okay. Well, but maybe this is an opportunity for you to give the challenge to meet.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a good base with the meeting today, and you can say, okay, Mit, I will give you the suggestions, but you will handle the meeting, the invitation, etc. And you will. And I think there are enough good people on the board that could assist Mit, Soken, know Mit very well, and so forth. I think that's okay. It's an opportunity. Take it as an opportunity, Kosan.
Okay, Benan. For the consideration on the date and time for the next meeting, should we discuss after, or we can discuss from here right now? Or what?
It's okay for me to propose a date right now. No problem. If we say 2 months, that is in August, right?
If you can
Is Saturday a good day?
Works for me. Yeah.
Okay, good. So what about
Okay, but not for me. If we can do, it's okay. So we can resolve the problem on time if we have. So that's very good option that we have a regularly meeting like this. And now, as you suggest, I think he can handle instead of Kosa during delivery. Yes.
sure. Okay, if we say Saturday is a good day, what about the 10th of September? It's just 2 months from now.
Works for me.
Okay.
I'm happy with that.
Okay, so Mit, you please take note, and we can still adjust, any function. Okay,
the same.
good. Okay, at 2 p.m.
Mất lương mới. Okay,
Okay.
chào.
Okay, very good. Okay, about if we agree on the board meeting, that's good. What about the HR issue? Can we boost the training, for the staff? Like I think the trip that MIT did in Vietnam was quite effective, was quite good. I mean, the people in Vietnam were very impressed by the Cambodian team, but most of the people in the Cambodian team, some of the visitors could not speak much of English, so there's communication gap. But I think the impression was, very high commitment, very showing nice interest, etc. So I think such visits, not only towards Vietnam, but towards NGOs in Cambodia are very good. So I would suggest that you look at the NGOs that would be useful, for the people like Saret, visit other education programs in Vietnam, and maybe Sapon and MIT and so on.
So I will have much to connect more with CCC about the related program that we can learn from other NGO in Sweden or in Cambodia. But in Sweden, we have talked with CCC already about the NGO network, and we used to ask the program that we can learn is not much information. So maybe we need to talk with CCC again for the other NGO in Cambodia, not only in Sweden.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Okay, good. So what is the next topic, Kosan?
I think that some we have combined together, like about the HR and the governance of CAO is talk.
Yeah.
And funding, Jason, you want to add something more? Or?
Yeah, I think funding is an important question. You see, we had a very good year, a funding year during COVID. Actually, we did very, very well. You know, we were very active. You know, I phoned the funders. I gave you know, phone calls to about 40 organizations, and so we, in fact, we raised more money than usual during the COVID time, which was very good. And what the money we got, we promoted very much the credit program, because this money we know we can get back anytime we need to, right? Because the refund rate is 98, 99%. So we are not worried. Just like, you know, instead of keeping the money in the bank, we can give it to the farmers and then they'll refund when we need it. So this is what we have done. Now, I'm very worried for the future because of the war. People in Europe are, you know, very much less vulnerable to support programs in Vietnam and Cambodia. So we have to be very, very careful now. And so I'm going to Europe with 2 Vietnamese staff to train them more. And in the future, I would like very, very much you, COSAL, or COSAL would be ideal, but otherwise, MIT also to connect directly with funders. This is something that MIT could do right now, is to meet with funding agencies in Cambodia and, you know, have meetings and try to see the kind of questions that are asked and what you can answer effectively, etc. Right? It's a training. So right now, I think we have to be very careful for the budget, because frankly, I don't know what will happen in 2023. We are fine for this year, but for next year, we don't know. I don't know, Nikolai, if you can echo this worry, this thinking in any way. What are the information you collect on your side?
Yeah, I'm less deep in the funding topic than I was before. I observe, of course, the global situation, also funding sites and so on. I would probably be optimistic on the side that by selecting the topics we look for funding, we are able to channel that a little bit. You were mentioning environmental topics before. Funding in general is impacted by this sort of war depression or so. If I got you right, and I agree. But it might be, you know, environmental topics are hotter and hotter, and I think that's a way to probably try to reach out to funders that are a little bit less politically impacted, sort of, by these kind of things. But I don't know. I really don't know. I'm less on the global funding radar and in touch like you are. And the funding agencies you mentioned for training, sort of, Cambodia, are you talking about sort of global organizations like, I don't know, the GIZs and Caritas and these kind of people, or what did you have in mind? No.
Anything that moves.
Yeah.
You know, you watch what is happening on the internet, and the good thing is to ask for a meeting and talk. And I'm more thinking about you know, MIT getting more training by meeting with these people and know how to talk. Like, you know, what do you say when people say, well, sorry, you know, we have war in Ukraine, we have no money for Cambodia. What do you say? What do you answer? My answer is, look, you know, we are an international development organization. You know, we care about poor people. We are doing efficient work. We are very efficient. Like you can show, for example, the credit program has an excellent record, etc., etc. So, you know, we are still struggling, and Cambodia definitely deserves more support. So, you know, you have to meet and talk to these people to know how to handle the meetings. So I would encourage you. But the problem is that this is also the case in Vietnam. The programs that we run are all in remote places. And if you only meet people in remote places, it's very difficult for you to develop, to get training. So I think it's important to attend more meetings in Phnom Penh, and you know, any opportunity that you have to talk with all these NGOs, they have also funding issues, reporting issues. Try to make friends and try to learn from them. Okay, so this is my my input. Amit, what do you think, Amit?
Yes, thank you, Bernard. For my thinking is, for my idea, I think that for CAO, we should, we recruit one fundraiser like Vietnam, for like beans, like sang. So it's everywhere, every location they have a fundraiser. So they mean that they increase then their communication is faster. So I think it's a CAO should be do like that also. It's just my idea.
Yeah. There is a very high risk that you can recruit people, but that you cannot keep them. Okay, so you are from Rumdul, and I think you are happy with CAO, and CAO is very happy with you. But if you recruit somebody from Phnom Penh or so to stay in CAO, the risk is high. In Vietnam, we can see it. They last 1 year, 2 years, and then you lose everything. So, and if you recruit such people, they are usually quite expensive. People who are coming from Phnom Penh, they know English, very expensive people, very difficult. So if you look at the situation in Vietnam, the fundraisers, they are from the project area themselves. Okay, so they are like Shang, she has her family in Long Mai. She has absolutely no intention of leaving Long Mai, and the project is a fantastic opportunity for her as a job. So if you know people in Rumdul, that's great. But if you import people from outside, I'm afraid it is not very stable, not very stable. And I think Kosal and you are excellent people to talk about the project, because you can give so many examples. Okay, so I'm quite happy that we work on this. Now that I can travel again, that we can develop more exchanges with the Vietnam team. Actually, the Vietnam team plans to come to Rumdul probably in August or so. To continue the exchange. Okay, so it will be another opportunity.
And I want something like about Mud and me, like today, even we are trying to looking for the funding opportunity because we have a connection with CCC. They have a group out sharing about funding, and we are trying to looking for and trying to check what is possible for us. But from time to time on this smart that we get supporting from Nikolai, and the other we get nothing information back to us after we submit the proposal with them. That is, we worry that if we spend the time like this for more and more, so the project will be depend on you and on me.
No, Kosal, I have a 40 years experience in this, and my success rate is less than 10%. So don't be discouraged. It's just difficult like this. You have to try and over again. And it's only by trying and working hard that you will be. I think you are an excellent communicator. I can tell you that you make a very strong impression on the boards in France and Belgium. Very strong, always. So don't be shy. I'm sure that you can develop further just by practicing. And I tell you, 10% success rate is just very, very common. Don't worry. Maybe I can ask Boon Hom what is about his experience. We had meetings in the past about how we could join forces with Sacred, in fundraising. I don't know, Boon Hom, if you could make some progress, and if you have any idea of some joint program that we could, or joint proposal, maybe we can, run a program in the Rumdul area and together with them, because this is a priority for funders. They love NGOs to work together. I mean, this they like very, very much. We can also think maybe of the organization of Nikolai. You know, when NGOs work together, funders love it. Unham, do you want to contribute anything on this?
Thank you, Vietnam, for talking about me. Actually, funding now is very hard. Normally, I receive many announcements from other sources, shared by CCC or other network. But we try to submit, or we try to send a proposal to them. But mostly, we are failed. Because I think maybe we are not clear about the background of the donor. Mostly we call overseas donor, so that we have to communicate with them. I think the best way, as you mentioned earlier, we can join a consortium between 2 or 3 potential NGO, and we work together on a proposal. I think maybe success. Then we submit individually. Thank you, Bennett.
Yeah, well, I am very much, I would be very excited actually if, I don't know if you have a program that could connect with Nikolai's program. And, you know, maybe we could have a three organizations joining, CAO, Sacred, and ITEC to do, you know, that biodigester program in all together. You know, I think we are working very much on the same lines. My experience, I mean, actually, some funders just say flat no if it is an application by one NGO. The French corporation, for example, not only it has to be more than one NGO, but it has to be at least 2 countries. Okay, so if you just apply just for Cambodia, we say no. But if you apply for example, Vietnam and Cambodia, then we have a chance. Okay, yeah. So I suggest that we look again, you know, when you meet with other NGOs, try to see who is more or less working, you know, with a kind of same spirit, same goals as ours. I think Nikolai's project is quite obvious because we have also a biogas program, so quite obvious. So look around in the field of education, gender. Gender is a very hot topic everywhere in the world. So, you know, if you talk about domestic violence, for example, and you look at other NGOs in Cambodia working on domestic violence and make a joint proposal, I'm sure that your chances will be much better. And you don't need to do the writing of the proposal all by yourself. You know, you can maybe use the staff from these other NGOs also for advice and join their experience, right? So I would suggest that you are more or less, you know, during Kosal's leave and pregnancy, you are more or less in charge of this. I think you should take charge, you know, looking at what other NGOs are working in similar activities as ours, and you contact them and say, can we meet, can we do something together, etc.
Okay.
You know, don't think, I'm sorry, but don't think it will be successful. I contact, I think 45 or 46 NGOs in Vietnam, you know, and only one responded positively. Okay, so that's, this is life, okay? Just try and try again. Okay, sorry.
Recently, I received a call for a women project. If we are interested, I will share the link to all of you.
Okay, wonderful, great.
I just wanted to comment quickly. Great approach, and I agree. Funders like several partners together in one country or across other countries. Happy to explore that also with regard to ATEC. ATEC is more like it's organized like a company and run like a company with a impact objective. So there would still be some funding and the funder would be needed, but we can look into that. There are people with money. Again, I mentioned GIZ or IDE. There are people out there who fund these kind of projects. We can look into that. I have a quick question. Maybe Bernard, maybe Kosal, maybe Mit. I like the way Bernard positioned it. You guys are strong on the ground. You know your programs, and I understand what Bernard says. When you talk about your program, that's most powerful. Funders understand and they're curious and they want to learn from you. Mit was saying he could imagine hiring someone to support this. Is there something in between? Are there opportunities to get someone on board we don't have to pay for, who can help us a little bit with the funding topic? Or is this something you say, oh, we don't want to, because like Bernard was saying, that's somebody who stays a year or two and then we lose the knowledge. That's clear, understood, that happens, I agree. But if you do it well, you might have someone who can help you with these. I'm thinking of AVI, the Australian Voluntary Organization or something. They fund all this, you know. I'm reaching out to them soon, and I can put that on the agenda as well. But find someone who can help us with the whole fundraising topic. We need to probably be sure that we don't put that person in charge, because then you guys lean back and let them do, and that's not sustainable. Yeah, but somebody who can help from the side, write proposals, coach you in finding the right donors and so on. Is that something that we're interested in, we want to look in, or we say too time consuming, not a good approach?
Yeah, okay. And you know, I think we are very open-minded, and if for example in all the meetings that Mit will have in Phnom Penh, he meets someone who can maybe give some part-time, perfect. You know, we can use that person's connections in Phnom Penh and assist Mit, who is in the field, and the two working together can do full-time. I'm very skeptical, but maybe part-time, or you know, sure. No
I'm actually not thinking of spending any money on it. I mean, find someone who funds someone like that. You know, it would be best not to spend money on it. If that's what you mean, full time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yes.
Can I contribute a little bit?
Please.
Okay.
How much money do you have, Sakhan?
Okay, thank you for suggestion from Bernard, and also do agree with Wang Bun Hong, and also very impressive from Nikolai. So ideally, from my idea, aside from the existing partner that we have, and try to expand the connection with other partner who have the same goal and vision like us. And this is the very important, the important thing that we should do it. And for the focus area that we would like to write the proposal, and also to join proposal with the other NGO, for example, like NGO of Bong Bun Hong as well. And we need to not to broad it, but we have to narrow down. For example, like innovation or environment. So environment is a little bit broad, and now where is a hot topic about climate change, and also like Bernard mentioned about gender as well. Gender can be included to many activities, although in culture and the other sector as well. And the concept is that like Arctic of Nikolai is the entrepreneur, small medium entrepreneur, so they can got profit. But the concept is that Arctic would like to promote about to the rural farmer in the rural household. So the proposal can be right how to that Arctic also get benefit from that, and also get fund from the other NGO, from the other funder, like the big funder, like in corporation agency like CAO, like and also GIZ as well. And in, for example, now if we coming back a bit from agriculture and biotic rice production can also contribute to the carbon footprint as well if we try to reduce carbon dioxide and also methane that is emitted from the soil from the field by apply any climate strategy as well as production, etc. And many component work package or component that we try to narrow and think about the concept and join together with not dry, not on other crop, but just like the animal as well. And that is a good idea. Yes.
Good. Okay. What is the next point, Kosal?
Oh, I have list 8 points, but together we have combined, and some is the same topic that
Yeah.
we mentioned together and talk. So I think that every point that I have been noted and report, we already discussed in the meeting.
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, one area I think we need more attention by CAO, or by everybody, in fact, is the environmental programs. I think you are doing things, a number of activities to protect or to improve the environment, but I think we need more innovative programs. You know, see, this is a problem with funders. Development takes a long time. 10 or 20 years is very short. But funders, they always want to hear new ideas. They need to be excited, you know. And what is very good in 2021, it becomes old-fashioned in 2022. Like today in Ho Chi Minh City, I am Mr. Plastic Waste. You know, no, everybody think about Bernard and Mekong Plus as doing as working on plastic waste. And although our main activity is microfinance, education, etc., but we are getting funding specifically because some funders like the idea of reducing the problem of plastic waste. So I'm not telling Bunham or CAO to work on plastic waste. I'm saying that we have to innovate and find good programs all the time. Okay, so I'm very much interested in Nikolai's program. See how we can maybe follow his approach, maybe in cooperation. I'm not talking about CAO funding ITEC or ITEC funding CAO, but it's a kind of a complementary action. So I think this is, we will have a meeting next week, CAO and all the other supported programs by Mekong Plus on the environment programs, the new environment programs that we could embark on. So it's a kind of a brainstorming and everybody can contribute and the best ideas will be taken and spread in all programs. Okay, I think it's today, I mean, you mentioned about the situation in Rumdul and how difficult the climate change is impacting the people in Rumdul. So I think we have, it's not only the floods in Sydney which are important, right? People think about the drought in Africa. So then you forget about Cambodia. We should say, well, clearly, how much this is impacting people in your area. And you are in an excellent position to give the facts, example, case studies to remind people. So I don't know, so Ken, do you want to contribute on this? Do you have some ideas? Because you're kind of an expert in this area. I think we really need some, strong technical input. Bunham, you want to say something?
Yeah, I think maybe Nikolai, you maybe already know. I'm not sure. Right now, someone people, 3 parties work together. mean company, NGO, and government. For example, ADPCS, Asian Disaster Preparedness Center, currently they support NGO, company, and government in Cambodia. And one more thing regarding human resource. Through my experience, if the program support team strong, I think he or she can join other network so that they get more information. If the program support team poor, but he will focus on the program so that they cannot have enough time to join the meeting for fundraising. This is my experience.
I can quickly thanks Bon Hong. I can also echo what Bernard was saying about you need fresh topics, and it's not so easy because your agenda doesn't change every year. Yeah, your agenda usually takes a little bit longer, but the donors anyway ask for new stuff. So sometimes it's putting things you continue doing a little bit into a different angle, different words. I'm happy, Bernard, wherever that's suitable, to do a bit of a case study on our work at one point in any kind of brainstorming forum you have, or when you get people together. I'm happy to just, not now, but to talk a little bit about our approach and how we do things. One element I just wanted to quickly push out here as an idea is ATEC focuses on clean cooking. Yeah, so it is basically in Cambodia, more people every year die of inhaling smoke from firewood and charcoal than in traffic accidents. That's also true around the world. Yeah, so it's actually a really big problem that people they're not really aware of. We have good response, really good response from donors and even investors. They realize, oh, you're right, you're onto something. This is also very tangible, very easy to understand for many donors, and it fits well. You know, you're working with families, they're all cooking, and they have children and women in the kitchen inhaling the bad smoke and suffering from it, and basically changing that. Yeah, making villages smoke free, or there are lots of different angles. Yeah, this is something could be interesting and an interesting topic to explore if you somehow want to include something like that in your agenda to present to the donor. Just wanted to throw it out there a little bit.
I think, you know, my view is that we definitely want to do this. You know, I fully, you know, actually, I've never been shy to just copy what other NGOs are doing. And when we see, well, they're doing a good work, we don't need to reinvent everything. And we just, maybe we need to do some adjustments, but, you know, we just copy. I mean, just, you know, you know, if the CAO team is happy that we just have a cooperation with yours, with ITEC, and, you know, again, you know, funders like, you know, that we are good in community development, you are good on the technical side, and we combine both, and this makes a much stronger proposal, right? So I'm sure there are other ideas, you know, than this one, but it could be good, you know, maybe Amit and Nikolai, you could meet, you know, if it is a Zoom meeting, or as soon as I have a visa, I'm very happy to come and have a meeting, working session to see how we can just expand the program in Guntur.
Yeah, happy to support that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
And,
Bernard.
yes.
Now it seems that we have some green sign from the founder, right, about the innovative environment program, right?
Well, actually,
okay.
Yeah. Well, what we observe is that many of when they launch an appeal, you know, for projects, it's often about the environment, domestic violence, that sort of thing. And this is a kind of a trend. So good enough that these are important programs, you know.
Okay,
So,
okay.
So,
Yes.
so yeah, of course, then we should, yeah.
Yes.
Funders are not knocking at our door to give their money. You know, we have to watch all the time on the internet, you know, all the different networks. And, you know, like me, I do this every 2 or 3 days, watch what is going on, you know, which embassy, which organization, etc., and try to see who could be interested.
Okay, thank you, Bernard. So, Nikolai idea also good idea about what he mentioned about the clean cooking. But now coming back to the situation in Rumdol or Rumdol status, we know Rumdol is the main sector there, and the main career of the farmer or the people there is farming rice. So they produce rice and also produce other crop. But we can combine, we can think about our concept like now is climate change or climate change in general, but in the small area like this, how to raise the evidence base to show the donor that, oh, that area is now suffer from the climate the climate change. So the program that we think, and also the concept like ethic, also help the farmer to cook to have a clean cooking, and also help the farmer to produce the gas emission as well from methane and carbon dioxide through collecting the cow manure and put into the biodigester. And another type of concept is the, as I mentioned, climate smart practices in crop production. For example, in rice, the farmer there converted from transplanting, so no farmer transplant their rice in the field, so they move to do broadcasting. So what is the best for them? That they broadcast many seeds, and so that amount of host of amount of seed that the farmer brought up to the field, it needed to use many fertilizer, pesticide, anything, and also result in high production cost. So many approach, many practices that help them to low down that production cost, and also it help the farmer to reduce the carbon, the methane, and also carbon dioxide as well. This is the thing, and they need to buy seed from many like from the cooperative as well, and also from the input seller. So that's why we do not provide them the training on seed production and combine them together as a group, and then we promote them through many techniques in rice production and also other crop.
Okay.
And after rice production, and they can grow any subsidy crop or the subsidy crop like mung bean, like etc., that they do not keep follow their land. So the situation is dual now. The canal irrigation system is fully complete. I don't know. Let's see that.
Okay. Very good, Soken. Very crucial. You know, like in Vietnam, we say that actually the biggest polluters are the paddy fields, right? Huge pollution, and we will discuss this next week. There is an idea of you know, nitrogen, excess nitrogen in the paddy fields is a huge issue. So we will try to launch a urine collection program to replace nitrogen by urine. But it's a very challenging. But I'm quite excited because some staff say, no, it is possible that we collect the urine from pigs and from humans to use it as fertilizer. So I would suggest, Soken, on this point specifically, that you arrange a meeting with Smith and Sapon, maybe in Phnom Penh, and you discuss the agriculture program, and you can please see you know, what improvement we can make in the agriculture program, combined with the environment issue, of course. I think it would be a very useful. You know, I don't know, Boon Hom, if you would be interested to join, but if you are, so much better. you know, that you have a meeting with focusing just on one topic like agriculture and environment, meeting with Soken in Phnom Penh. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm happy to talk, and it would be good if Bob Hong can join Nikolai. We can brainstorm the concept regarding to that issues that is a priority now in everywhere, and
Yeah.
also the mechanism, the working mechanism as well, and the way that Nikonfla and now CAO work through individual farmer and not a group of farmer, and because that our vision is to help the very poor farmer and also poor farmer to reduce their poverty. And but this is still now considered out of date. But I cannot say out of date. But we have to find another better. But we still keep that the way that we did. And but we have to think about the innovative mechanism to work with the to help a small house farmer in that area as well through group of people set up all the existing group of farmer there, incorporating and other linkage with government agency like CAO as well and other government project. Also, a good a potential for us to explore. So the government now there have been many projects. I think I learned that CAO also got some fund, small fund from the government project as well, right? So
Okay, very good. Well, we have plenty of good ideas today. Wonderful. Kosal, can you see any topic that we did not cover yet?
The one we need to clear a focus on innovation of environmental program. I think this we are talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and CAO must strengthen its governance, and you also mentioned in with the HR and the government of CAO already on the topic about before the one that we are talking about the environmental. And the funding situation, we already talked. I think that is it is all about the topic today that we have discussed.
Very good, excellent. Yeah. I'm very pleased to see that we cover so many things and in very practical ways. Okay, good. I don't know. Is anything that left that we should discuss?
And just the offer, Kosal, I asked at the beginning, you know, when there are specific areas where you need help, please reach out. Yeah, we have the topic of funding, where it sometimes helps to brainstorm together, to structure together. Yeah, I'm between Phnom Penh and Siem Reap, but when I'm in Phnom Penh and when some of you guys are in Phnom Penh or can be on Zoom, it might help just to sit together on a regular basis. That can be in sync with these board meetings we have, or just in between. We meet for a coffee and we just go through. We brainstorm together. We share who we meet. Maybe we have other ideas. I'm happy to support that. Yeah, if anybody wants to meet up, I'm available. Let me know. And if you need any other help, also please let us know here or let us know over email, whenever.
Yeah. Section Nikolai, this is I planned from the beginning of the year that we can talk at the coffee time with you, Bun Hong or Sakhen, about the problem of CAO or the funding that we need help from you all. But because I'm pregnant and I cannot. Mostly I like before I spend time just in the project side and just pray in the weekend. So and I cannot travel a lot at the weekend time. Like I need to go with I need somebody to take me out and in. So it's not easy for me for traveling. That I keep this plan till now. But hopefully hopefully maybe after I delivery or soon maybe by email, because like today Mud and me, we are trying to see more funding opportunity, and we also need somebody that we can discuss or we can talk more, because really we did not understand well about the funding information or funding criteria from the funder all. So maybe somehow we need some suggestion or we need some idea from outside to support.
Yeah.
But I will do more.
Okay, good. Well, one thing we forgot to decide at the beginning of the meeting is who will take notes. So, did you take some notes, Kosan or Mit?
Yeah, I take some note, but
Okay.
during the week it's not in the information.
Okay, I took some very short notes. I will send these to you, and
Yeah.
so all together, I think it will be a good useful report.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank you.
And the recording I will send to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we spent 1.5 hours for the meeting today, and I hope that this is enough, and thank for the value time for everyone for joining at your weekend time with CAO.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much, Kosal. Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to see your face of everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. Great to meet you all. And well done, Kosal.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Nice to meet you, Nicola and Wong Bun Hong and others. But very impressive.
Bye, Sakeng. Bye, Bun Hong. Everyone.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Việc liêm ông Bun Hong vâng. Trần Ni.
Bye.
Chụp sạp dạp vâng.
Aha, Chani, I see your face. How are you?
I'm good, Anand.
Yeah, good.
And how about you?
Me, I'm struggling with the police and the visa office.
Why?
That, they want to take bribes, more and more bribes.
What you make something wrong, but that's why they want to more fry.
Oh my God. I don't know. The other day I needed the police to send to sign my visa application, and for 2 weeks I had to wait and ask again. So one day I took my computer and I went to the police office and just sat on the police desk the whole day and said, say, please sign. So at 4 o'clock, finally I got the signature.
You should apply for the Vietnamese citizen, so you don't need to.
I think that they're too scared. They will never give it to me. They're too scared. If you give me the Cambodian citizenship, then I don't need a visa for Vietnam.
I could sell.
Okay. Goodbye, Chani. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.